one that a lot of people don't understand is that when you're making an investment from your IRA, you're not doing it personally. So the titling on the investment is the equity trust company custodian for the benefit of. The IRA will own that asset, and all of the income for that asset comes into the IRA, flows in tax-free. So it comes in, and then the expenses go out from the IRA. So it's kind of a way to think about it, is how the deals usually work.
Here's the conspiracy theorist in me that brings up a question around that. So that, the IRA owns it. Does that essentially mean that the government owns it?
No. It's tied to your Social Security number.
Got it.
And so you're the beneficiary of that IRA or that retirement account, and that's who owns it. It's not Equity Trust Company. It's not the government. It's you're the beneficiary to that account.
And it's an interesting point, Mike. And people ask a lot of times to talk about the Roth IRA or these small business retirement plans, and they say, well, gosh, this, when you explain it to them, it sounds too good to be true. But you have to understand from a policy perspective, and I meet once a year in Washington, D.C. with folks from the Department of Labor, the Treasury Department, IRS, through our trade association. And they tell us every year, from a policy 50,000-foot perspective, they have to find a way to get people to save more, to protect themselves in the future. Eric had mentioned, and I know your members are very well aware of the fact of the mounting debt we have and that crisis that at some point we're going to have to pay for that, whether it's raising taxes or cutting benefits or entitlement programs. At some point, you have to pay for that from a governmental standpoint. So the government is doing everything that it can to incentivize people to start saving, to take care of themselves. So all these things that we're talking about are really the government's way of empowering people to not rely on the government at the end of the day. So it's kind of an interesting dichotomy. People talk about entitlement programs all the time, but really from a policy perspective, that's what retirement plans are for. They want people to take care of themselves.